Welcome to Kidd Brewer Stadium, home to the Giant Killers, the Appalachian State Mountaineers. Boone, North Carolina has really been excited for this matchup that we have in store. What we have in store for you today, a showdown between a couple of Pac-12 rivals. As we'll see, the Liberty Flames taking on the Appalachian State Mountaineers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Flames will kick it away to start us off. Fair catch called for and made. First down here for the offense. Handoff to the single back. Finds Zach Priest, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on the first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Quarterback checking the play. To the air. It's awesome. Fires to the middle. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
You know, as an offense, you just don't get that many great opportunities in games to hit these type of big-time plays. When plays like that present themselves and receivers are open, as a quarterback, you have got to make that throw.
3rd and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Still on his feet at the 45. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
Perfect play call against the perfect defense. They came with a blitz, and the offense had the screen pass called at the right time. Running back gets it in his hands. He's got linemen out in front, getting hats on hats. You can't do it any better than that.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Trying play action. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Good job on defense, getting a hand on it, tipping it up in the air. They weren't able to pick it off, but they do force the incompletion.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, App State! You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Takes the handoff. It's Blue. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
He'll do it himself. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker on the ground.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Grabbed over the middle. It's Williams. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
That's got to feel really good for this quarterback. It's early in the game, so these 3rd downs are big. You're trying to get your offense into a rhythm and a flow. Nice job reading the defense. Beautiful pass.
Leaves it with the back.
And you want to run the football, right? That's okay. You'll take some of these, but if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The back goes in motion. On the option. He'll toss it. Turns it on in midfield. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. The Flames are on the move. Let's go. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive that he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. 7th play of the drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. The quick out. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that 1st down marker.
I think fans get upset sometimes. Like, run your route past the sticks so we get the 1st down. But nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were. And
he hurls one deep down the left side. And he makes the catch inside the 20. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down. So they gamble on 4th down in the 1st half, and man, does it pay off.
4th and long. I mean, what just 4th and short? Nowadays, man, so much aggression in college football. And how about right there? 4th down and long. No problem. I got this in the 1st half.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
The closer you get to the end zone, the more you start to bring big bodies on the field, right? The field shrinks. I'm worried about you.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Liberty.
1st and goal. You know what's coming. They know what's coming. Can you stop it? And you can't. Pound the football.
And it's blocked. He's got it, and he can go with it.
You know, oftentimes when you're playing in conditions like this and it's raining, you'll see a lot of the skill players offensively take off the gloves because they want to be able to feel the football. They think it gives them better control of it. And I don't know if that played into the football going on the ground there, but you know that ball security is going to be one of the biggest factors in this game moving forward.
Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you've played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen, calmer. Now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their wind.
Setting up the screen. Still running at the 40. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position. and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. The give to the back. Hard running there. It's loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. This defense happy with how that last play turned out. They'll decline the penalty. The offense set for a first down play. Makes it past the marker. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited. The fans aren't going crazy. But those are the plays that in the fourth quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel the physicality of the football game throughout, so you get tired and get worn down in the fourth quarter.
And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter.
No gain on the play. That's the end of the first quarter. With the score at State 7, Liberty 6.
Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Keeps looking downfield. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
And the try is no good. And after the miss, they're still down by a single. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. This time, they need to take care of the ball and maybe extend this lead, David.
And I think you got to look at the positive, Reese. You still got the lead. Now take care of the football. Put a nice drive together, Jesse. You don't have to stress. We're still winning.
I feel like they think that player...
Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Touchdown, App State. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If we can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of score.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they kick it through for the extra point, and they have an 8-point lead. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be pass on the way. It's picked off. Got room on the return. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
What a nice play by the DB there. When that rain starts coming down, the ball gets a little bit heavier. The quarterback throws the ball a little bit lighter. DBs can take advantage sometimes of some underthrown balls, go out and make some big plays.
And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball.
Fumbles are great when you force them, and you're always thinking about as a defensive player. But, man, when the weather conditions start to come down, it starts to rain, and you know that ball's a little bit slick, and you know more runs are coming, you really try to get to that football. Nice job getting the football out, falling on top of it, forcing the turnover.
Really need to pick up some yardage this time on 2nd and long. They go to the ground. Open space at the 25. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. The Mountaineers headed quickly to the line. They'll run it on 1st and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. They'll try to power it in. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
And you know exactly what time it is when you get down here in the red zone. You got to be able to run the football. But when you got a back like this who punches the ball in the end zone consistently almost every single game, you are going to feed that animal.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Appalachian State. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. UAB is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage today. They still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 4 over Rice. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They get a nice pickup on this crossing route against the zone, and everybody executed in unison, Jesse.
Yeah, and Reese, this offense, they've got a plan in the passing game. They've got some stuff ready for man coverage, and they've got some zone beaters as well. You just saw one there on the crossing.
And that is a big hit. And that's a hit that I'm going, listen, if I'm the OC, I'm the head coach, I don't want to take many of those. I want to run the RPOs, and I want to run my quarterback. But, Palmer, I got to understand the difference between the critical situations when I want him to take hits and the other times when I want him to take a slot.
Yeah, you got to live to play another day if you're this quarterback right now. You know this defense, their eyes are lighting up every time they see you take off and run. They know they're going to get those opportunities to try to put you down. You've got to slide. You've got to try to get out of bounds. You've got to really try to save yourself because this team needs you if they're going to win the game.
Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. They'll run the option. Now the toss. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, 2nd down coming.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You've really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
We talk a lot about this at quarterback, right? Hard focus downfield, soft focus around you. He wanted to throw that downfield. He just felt the pressure, and he knew he had to get out of danger. He was able to do that, use his speed, go get...
He is smashing people. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. And the Flames are threatening on 1st and goal. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Knocked down after a pickup of 6, and they're trying to impose their will in the red zone. Ball's at the 13.
Brings up second and goal.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Running back goes in motion. Headed to the end zone, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Flames! Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
And before they can kick it, the receiving team's going to call a timeout.
Timeout. Appalachian State.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Set to kick it away.
Looking for blockers. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Wants to throw. It's awesome. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
It's third down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on third down.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one possession. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progression.
He's going for the big play. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
And some people just have a knack for the football, and he's one of those guys, and he just gets the swat right there, but he's in the top 10 in the nation in interceptions for a reason. Just such a great feel for the passing game and where guys are. It's fun to watch.
Open runway ahead. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
The Flames have it with a 1st and 10. Can't get him to the ground.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Fights off a defender. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line. Warp speed for 2nd down. Pressure coming. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. And whatever they did on first and second down, don't do that anymore. Third and very long coming up. Got the quick pass. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
It is perfect. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
From the gun, the ground game. Just causing wreckage in the secondary. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. And the Mountaineers racing to the line in a hurry-up. Looking to throw, it's awesome. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Oh, gave the defender the business. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Just enough time to get off one more snap. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Appalachian State.
And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. The holder will put it down at midfield, a 60-yard attempt from the left side, no less. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. One more snap coming before halftime. He's looking to throw. Trying to get throws toward the end zone. He can haul it in. Incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Mountaineers will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter, one-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field. It's so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you could tell the speed sets them up, makes the big play out to the left.
Well, it was a nice play there, handing it off to the fullback, and the defense is lucky. That strong safety came downhill. He made that tackle. If he doesn't make it, who knows, guys? I mean, that might have been a touchdown.
Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Handoff to the fullback. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. They'll line up for a second down play. Here comes the option. Got enough for the first. And he put his foot in the ground and turned it upfield and turned it into a big play. Great decision to keep it. And the Flames have this offense rolling. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Powers through the defender. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
It's a bad sign on offense when you have that many people running free at your running back. That means guys up front aren't getting their blocks. Just too many hats getting to the ball carrier. I love his effort, making multiple guys miss, but still, it's a negative play.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
I think the toss does a really good job of getting the football on the edge quickly. You know, you toss it out there to the running back, you better block the defensive end. That's priority number 1. Good job blocking the defensive end, getting a nice positive game on the toss play.
That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
And another nice gain by the offense. All right, defense. We got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them something that can create a tackle for a loss or a sack or something to get momentum back on my side?
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. The option look. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Well, they've gotten it down to the 3, but now it's 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Liberty! They looked finished, but they weren't. Still fighting, and we're locked up. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing, for this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Appalachian State regains possession and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. They'll go to the ground. Bulls his way forward. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs. First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense. Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Going to the running game. Keeps the legs moving. And what moves this guy has. The jukes, the wiggles, the squirts just went right past him and picked up the first down. And the Mountaineers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Give to the running back. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to get through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Got enough space. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll try the run. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. All right, that's your job. Be stout up front, stuffing the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Looking to throw, it's awesome. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Able to get a couple on the play. He's down at the 9.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Touchdown, Mountaineers! And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half.
And the offense continues to run the football. The 2nd rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
Now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up. He'll set up to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Thomas. He's not going to get there as the defense comes up with the stop on the 2-point conversion attempt, and it remains a 5-point game. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. First down to start the drive after the bridge. From the gun, running back gets to give. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Right back to it. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him. Second guy finally did.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting in the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous push at the point of attack. It seems like every single time they decide to run the ball.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
On the run, it's Blue. Tackled after picking up the first down.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
The Flames are moving quickly down the field. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Hand off from the gun. Runs through the tackle. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't olay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
And conversely, I can't tell you how much I hate it when receivers don't want to block. You got to do a better job on the perimeter. It's not going to be enough in this offense just to catch passes. You got to go execute your assignment. That corner should have been blocked, and they should have gotten a bigger gain on that outside run.
Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. They'll stop him short. Just what they needed as they get the ball back to their offense. Line gets set, first down. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Makes him talk to the hand. Gets away from one. He just keeps moving. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
They keep count of their number of explosive plays, and that last one has them set up 1st and 10 at the 19. Right back to the well. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, this guy's been eating them alive all game long. Finally, though, David, you wonder if the defense has been able to make some adjustments, find something positive to help slow this guy down.
Hey, baby steps, right? That's a tackle for a loss. I know he's got over a hundo on the game, but this defense is definitely going to have to be more aggressive, commit more guys to stopping that bad man.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Running back searching for a hole. Running it in the red zone, imposing their will and picking up 5 down to the 15.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Back to the ground game on the left. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. The official says no good. Missed an opportunity for a little cushion. The lead is still 5.
27, Liberty 22.
Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last round.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Smashes through, and they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
Well, that didn't bust for a long one, but now 3rd down becomes very manageable. It's not 3rd in eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. They'll run the option. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 37. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious.
I know there are some people that say, no, in your own territory, you punt the football, you be conservative. No, sir. 4th and 1, I'm hitting the gas. All gas, no brakes. I'm going for this. I prepared for it. Job by the offense, getting the 1st down on 4th and 1.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. And the offense will maintain possession. Son, that ball must be riveted to your ribcage. I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And that one's incomplete. They were just trying to... They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
And this guy has been so important to this defense, the way he plays on the back end. Top 10 in the nation in interceptions. He just has a feel and reads the quarterback's eyes. He almost picked that last one off.
He's going up top here late in the game. And the pass is intercepted. Got some room to run. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And then that's back breaking. It's 4th down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play. But the defense came up big in a big moment.
The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. So that defense keeps the lead right where it is and a chance to build on it, David.
Yeah, the defense did a great job. Now, the offense, you know what you're going to get from this defense. They have to be aggressive. They're trying to get the football back later in the game, Jesse.
Because they're going to be so aggressive too, David. You know, on offense now, you have a chance to break one maybe in the run game or finding a one-on-one matchup in the passing game to really pad the lead.
Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. To the air, it's awesome. He looks that one in nicely. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
The Mountaineers will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. On the move, it's Smith. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. He's taking a deep shot. What a snag by the defense. Takes it the other way. The tag. Touchdown, Appalachian State. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
He made that look a lot easier than it is. When you break on a football, you got to see it and go at the perfect angle. The free safety leaves his spot, goes and gets it, and then does the hard part. Takes it back to the house for 6.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage. He
lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
And, man, I tell you what, I just love his instincts. You can tell when the ball's being passed, he sees it, and he breaks on the football. That's why he's in the top 10 in interceptions this season. Just such a great feel in the passing game, and you got to be careful when you attack him.
At the 35, he's open. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. And the Flames come to the line in the hurry-up. Trying to find his man on 1st down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
The offense has got to find something here in the 4th quarter. You can tell pressing a little bit. They need that big play. They want that big play to try to make this game a better ball.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And the pass is dropped and incomplete, and that's going to do it. Clock has struck 0, and the ball game is over. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence from that.
And you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. Continue, and then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays necessary, and do that. Very, very impressive.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.